god that comes from a world far away descends and creates a utopia on a new world. That song shall bring destruction and blessings to a perishing world. People call this god Earthas. Welcome everybody, I'm Gunarm Dyne, call me Dyne, and let's play Ra Nosurge Plus, Ode to an Unborn Star.
Welcome to the world of Ra Nosurge. The world you are about to intervene upon exists in the 7th dimension. You are hereby given the right to intervene in this world. However, first you shall be informed of the present situation at the time access to which you shall link. 7D stabilizer. Activation complete. Linking worlds. A powerful empress once reigned over this world. The people were deeply devoted to their empress, and the power of her songs was immense. At that time, the world this empress ruled was on the verge of destruction. Due to the expansion of their sun, Bezel, the planet Ra Ciela was fated to be consumed. To save the people, the empress swore to transport them all to safety, sacrificing their dying planet in the process. However, during the ritual, an unforeseen event occurred. The people lost both their planet and the resultant energy, and could not travel to their new utopia. The people also lost the power of song along with their planet. This was because Gunarm, responsible for creating miracles out of song, were destroyed along with the planet. The people, having lost their homeworld and the magic of song, were forced to drift aimlessly through space on a ship, their thoughts full of despair. Then, after thousands of years of travel, another disaster befell the human ship. Mysterious life forms known as Shard appeared suddenly and began attacking the humans. After that day, humanity was split into 2 conflicting factions. One, a religious organization called the Gunarm Church, worshipped the Shard, choosing to coexist to escape hardship. The other was determined to fight off the Shard and work to restore the peace of the past, a city-state known as Canada. Even now, the people continue to fight for true peace. Searching for their utopia somewhere in this universe. The world situation begins. Integrated connections all right. System processes start up. All permission is now released. We wish you good night.
And that opening was a brief summary of the ending of the previous game, known as Ciela nosurge, which sadly we never got. So we're just kind of thrown into the action at the beginning of the second game here, but for the most part, it's fairly easy to follow.
Where am I?
Why are you just standing there? Let's go!
Huh? Right, okay.
Of course, we are thrown right into the action. We are in control of this guy named Delta, and we can wander around, jump, and we'll take a look at the main menu screen in a little bit, so no response here. If you press L or R, you can see who is more or less at the bottom of the screen. They have various commentary as events play out, but this is locked. Take a look at the main menu screen here. This little boot up sequence only happens when you first load up the game. So the nice thing is, the game is very generous on providing direction on where to go. So you can see, I don't know what this place is, I should just look around for now. We have our item menu, so we have food, general, medicine, mecha, plug-in, and important. An underwear set. It actually makes sense, because it's basically their sleepwear. So we got some free items to handle some healing. But of course, a couple main things are weapons. So we have a Vanguard and a Song Magic user for each pair of main characters in this game. We, of course, start with Delta and Cass. We'll learn a little bit more about them as time goes on. So the weapon enhancement, the cathode, is for the Vanguard. Then the TX BIOS is for our Song Magic user, basically increased stats. And we have other, I'm going to call these the RNAs. They're the accessories, and it doubles his armor, really, because enhanced defenses. Same thing for our Song Magic user. RNA enhances defenses and other things, which we will see. And in the PS3 version released in the US, you could not change costumes. It was a feature locked behind a bonus boss that was not available, that was required in leaking the previous game. But in this game, we can change costumes freely. And I'm actually going to stick with their defaults for now. But, yeah, poor Casty looks like a dominatrix on this one, but too embarrassed to do anything about that. Actually, so very classic clothes, while the inclusion of an eye patch is something only middle schoolers would tend to find cooler. Delta seems to like it quite a bit. If you think about it, Delta has a very unique sense of what's cool, and it's easy to imagine coolness he would while wearing it. Roughly means Baron of Hell. A dark and stylish costume, roughly meaning Lady of Hell, a costume brimming with immorality, made for Casty to appear as a suitable wife of the Baron of Hell, Delta. If both Delta and Casty deploy on a mission wearing this series, it's guaranteed it would seem they're out to perform wicked deeds. Go forth and have a taste of the dark side of Arnold Surge. So already some nice silliness, but their default costumes are a little bit more standard. Typical clothes worn by the city folk. However, the version worn by Delta is made especially strong for people who travel outside the barrier. Delta is most relaxed while wearing these kinds of rugged clothes, perhaps from his time working for Plasma. Cass's favorite parka. It's stylish to wear around town, and it's also highly impact resistant for traveling outside the barrier. Cass pretty much only wears underwear underneath, but due to maintenance of pleasant weather year-round in the Oriel, this is the most comfortable solution. Now, I do believe Oriel is the name of the ship as translated in this version. I have to double-check that one, because they made a few changes between the original and Plus versions in the English translation. But going down the list some more. So we have our status information, displays parameters. Now this crystal display will come into play later. But our character bios, full name is Delta Lantanoil. His age is around 21. Despite his memory loss, he still works for the Special Forces team he was once discharged from to protect a weaver named Cass. He does not remember who Cass is or the fact he was once nicknamed Turbo. He currently runs a small eatery in Phaleon called Cook de Delta, but he doesn't get much business. Full name, Casty Reinholdt. As a girl capable of using the magic of song, she is a rarity in this world. Her true age is around 21, but her physical appearance is a bit younger. She works alongside her childhood friend Delta to discover the truth of this world. She currently works in the Genova Special Forces unit of Plasma as a weaver utilizing song magic. She is worried about Delta's memory loss, and while she may quarrel with him at times, she works to support him both publicly and privately. So these two already make a good pair, if you ask me. The encyclopedia we're not going to go into great detail on. It's just lists all the items, all the song magics, characters, skills, and yeah, that's the same description we saw in the status screen. So if you need a refresher on some various skills, you can check that out, as well as the help and tutorial. History, basically a synopsis of the action. Help give you an idea where to go. And of course the system settings, same as in the title screen. I would recommend keeping the difficulty on normal. That is the most balanced, because in essence there are some bugs in this game that make some of the boss fights harder than they should be, because they got the stats mixed up and put the harder fights before the easier ones. So battles on hard and veteran can really, really wear you down if you're not prepared. And we are going to be doing this playthrough in English, even though it has less voice acting than the Japanese. That is what the viewers requested. And at the very bottom, our die point and money, which will come into play, of course, with standard RPG fare later on. The die point especially, as we will resume, well, basically diving as we saw in Artanelico. But head over here, talk to this little girl.
Hey, what are you doing?
Waiting.
Waiting?
Yeah, so you better come find me.
Well, we're in a mysterious hallway playing hide and seek with a scantily clad lolly. That's not a good sign to start off things here.
Who was that?
Go and check this out. Still no response. Well, only one way left to go.
Something about this door seems odd. What do you think, Cass?
If you think it's suspicious, you should try opening it.
I would, but it's locked.
So, you already know the passcode, right?
I do?
Huh?
Well, come on, type in some numbers.
Alright. How about 5049?
Too bad it wasn't 56709.
It opened? Seriously?
We couldn't even show the animation of the door opening. I will say this right now. This is a very low budget game, but that actually adds to the charm.
Told you so.
Why? Whatever. Let's see what's inside.
Oh, giant robot.
What the hell are those things?
Here they come.
Damn it!
And we are thrown straight into the battle tutorial. So when battle begins, select the song magic used with the cross button. Use the directional buttons to change songs. Of course, we really only have the one. So Quantum Nova, as we saw in the encyclopedia. Some of the other stats are based on the Weaver's personality. And that is affected through genometrics and dives, and we'll get into later on. Go ahead and select Quantum Nova, our only available one. I will say this, the music in this game is god tier.
Let's finish this.
Once you choose a song, your turn will immediately begin. Use the character in the front line to attack the enemy. Pressing the directional button will select the targets, while square, cross, triangle will perform actions. So the number of actions that can be taken during a turn is dependent on the button, so remember them. The chain count can be increased by continuously attacking enemies. If you attack an enemy before the chain gauge disappears, the chain will continue to connect. Use good timing to attack your enemies and increase the chain count. Another thing, and since I haven't pressed any buttons, the phase hasn't actually started. The enemies that have exclamation points above their health bar, those are the ones that are going to attack during the defense phase. So we want to try and either kill them or break them before the turn ends.
Not bad.
Let's go ahead and
Really good.
knock him back. There's not much else we can do. Once your turn ends, the enemy will attack. The enemy attacks the heroine, so your front line will guard them. While guarding, you can use the circle button to put up a shield. This will reduce damage the heroine takes. Guarding requires timing. Please be aware that you can only put up a limited number of shields per turn. Enemy attacks will reduce the heroine's barriers, and they are destroyed after a certain point. The barrier has 4 stages, and once all 4 are destroyed, you'll get a game over. Oh, I was a little late on that one. Wasn't paying attention. So your actions can also increase synchro rate with the heroine, and harmonics level will increase. When harmonics level increases, you can activate song magic, rate of increase rises, and other benefits. Increasing the number of attacks in a chain will increase the gauge more, so use your actions with good timing. Oh, I want to pick up this guy.
Nice.
And I think I just gave that last one an opening to attack. Oh, got one more impulse.
You better protect me.
Let's do a better job this time. There we go.
Good. Really good.
Yeah, there's running commentary from the heroine
Let's finish
on how you're doing in battle. Your song magic is charged up enough. If you activate it now, you can annihilate all your enemies at once. So enemy waves that can be defeated by song magic are colored red, so you will know when to activate. And this is one of the most satisfying things about this game. Except in special battles, you can only take a limited number of turns, causing battle to end automatically. You can select song magic from the command menu, press start, and select activate song. And what it also doesn't tell you is you can use your items here, but we don't have to worry about that. Let's activate our song.
I'm gonna give you everything I've got.
So just imagine that taking down wave after wave of enemies in one go.
Hi, Delta. I'm glad you made it.
Sarley?
Now, if you don't mind, could you get me out of this prison?
Cass, I think you broke. What's she doing back there?
Then, when we're alone together, you can wipe these tears from my face with those big hands of yours.
Oh, what a start.
What are you talking about? And where are you?
You're horrible.
How'd you get back there?